Good Sunday morning to everybody. I'm Brittany and I want to thank you for watching Whitetail Militia this week. We are back in the heart of Dixie, Alabama for part 2 of Jason and I's late season deer hunt. If you were with us for part 1 here in Alabama, then you'll remember seeing Jason absolutely smoke what we consider a management deer for here in Alabama.
My first Alabama deer. Super excited about this because, again, it's my first deer in Alabama. We drove 8 hours straight. And we wanted to get out here. The deer are rutting in Alabama. Deer on the move. We know there's some bigger ones out here. There's one on my hit list. There's a big 8 out here, and he's got to be 160, but there is a giant 6-pointer. Well, there's several bucks out here. We got several bucks, and of course, the rest of the week I'm gonna be hunting some horns. The rest of the week, I got the meat out of the way. We're getting ready to load this thing up, get to the processors, and he said he'd have his meat all processed up for me before I leave to go back home. So we got the meat out of the way, and now the rest of the week I'm gonna hunt some horns, okay?
Jason had a slow start to his hunt that morning. He's seen a few does just at daylight, but no shooters. Every hunter knows that when you're hunting, it seems like sometimes you see every animal but the one you're hunting. Squirrels, turkeys. But have you ever seen a donkey? Yeah, us either, until this hunt.
Look how big, look at the size of this buck out there. I mean, donkey. I got a donkey out here in the food plot, look. He's sharing the food plot, look. 3 big does just came out. They're sharing the food plot with the donkey. Everybody gotta eat around here.
It was pretty hilarious. I was hunting on the total opposite end of the farm as Jason, and I could hear this donkey from way, way, way far away. Little did I know that the donkey was actually in Jason's food plot, grazing with the deer.
I seen it all, look. And he just blends right in with the deer, look. I guess they said we all gotta eat out here. We all trying to get a bite.
After a slow morning of not seeing anything but does and donkeys, we decided to get down, grab a quick bite to eat, but we got right back in the stand as the deer are in rut here in Alabama, and it is very important to be in a stand as these deer are on their feet all day long.
All right, so I'm at a different stand location this morning. We call it Trump Tower. Nice and insulated and warm, but I can see we had a rye out here in front of us. We got radishes and all kinds of mixed stuff, winter wheat, and clover behind us. So it's full rut right now here in Alabama. The deer are chasing. My wife texts me, said there's bucks chasing all over, but they're all small bucks. But slow this morning. I seen 2 does and a yearling, and that's it. So I already forgot my tripod and the other stand yesterday hunting. I killed a nice little 8-pointer. Nothing big, nothing spectacular, but it's meat on the freezer. It's coming back to North Carolina to feed my family. It ain't always about horns. I've already killed some really good deer. It's probably the best year I've ever had. But started off really slow, all the hot weather, but we've really made it happen the past month.
Whitetail Militia is brought to you by GAF, the world's largest shingle manufacturer, All-American Roofing and Restoration, Mid-Atlantic Roofing Supply, and Chevrolet.
For the afternoon hunt, Jason decided to try and drum up some luck. So he got out the Black Rack system and started to make some noise.
I got my black rattle system. I like this. And my little extinguisher. Acrylic gauze, so I'm gonna get to it. See if I can get the horns a little bit. See if I can get something big to move over this way. Give it about a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna hit the horns again. So, you know, I don't usually do much horn rattling, but it has been successful this year. I rattled in about 185-inch deer out in on a Missouri lease this year. Awesome footage.
Jason and I normally hunt together, but every once in a while we decide to divide and conquer, and we can only hope that one of us, if not both of us, get a chance to take down a buck. This time he was self-filming. It's very hard to self-film. It takes someone very skilled to do so, especially during the rut. You never know what's going to happen. Jason was set up to film out of the front center window. He had both of the side windows closed off to keep the noise minimized and from any air for his scent getting out. He just happened to look over from behind him and seen a couple does grazing in the field. So he got up and tried to get the windows open quietly without spooking them, because everybody knows during the rut, when there are does, chances are there might be a big buck that follows. So he tried to quickly maneuver his camera gear over, and while doing so, a buck came charging in, and that buck had one agenda, and his agenda was getting to those does as fast as he could. So not only was Jason scrambling to get the camera gear from center to side, he was also scrambling to get his muzzle loader ready and prepared.
Dropped him. Oh my God. Hammered the giant. That happened so fast. I had everything set up. Everything set up for this side. I had my gun in this bog. I had these 5 does in behind me. I had these 5 does in behind me. Anyway, this is a giant we've been hunting for. He is a monster.
So as I'm sitting in the stand, hunting away, just hoping something makes its way by my stand, already remembering that Jason has already one up on me. And although we are husband and wife, we are fairly competitive, and nobody that deer hunts wants somebody else to show them up. So here I am, just hoping and praying, and all of a sudden I hear, instant head down. Oops, I guess he did it again.
We're in Alabama, 7-year-old buck. Anyway, I had the camera set up over here. I had to get this window up without spooking these does. One kind of ran off. I knocked my hat off. Where's my hat? The gun blast knocked my hat off. Anyway, I had to get the camera turned over here, get the gate flipped up, the window flipped up, unscrew the gun out of the bog. I didn't have nothing. The doe's done run. He come in grunting, come all the way across the hill. I looked up and seen a giant buck coming across the hill. Oh, I know it was a giant. I didn't have time to do nothing. The does obviously ran, but this buck was still standing, which is his own camera. He was still standing here grunting. And he gave me enough time. What is that? 40 yards, 35 yards? I didn't have time to sit in the chair, nothing. I already had it zoomed in. On the thing zoomed in, he walked right into the camera. And I stood up and hammered him. I started to put the crosshairs on him, had it on 10 power. I couldn't pick him up in the scope. I had to reach back up, turn it down, drop the hammer on him. He's laying 35, that ain't even 30 yards. 30 yards. Oh my God. What a giant. What a giant. Brittany's hunting about 1/4 mile. We've been having him on camera about 1/4 mile. That way, Brittany's hunting. That way, got another food plot. Anyway. Oh my God, this is a giant 7-year-old buck. I think that's him. All I know is he's huge. His horns is about 2 foot off his head. I think it's the big mainframe 6. But I had to get this window open, and there was does here. Of course, they took off. He come running all the way across the hill, all the way from over there, come across in the does looking. I could see a big buck. Luckily, he didn't see me, but all the does ran, and he was still standing there. I hit the record button. Oh yeah, the record button is hit. There he is. I did it right. My wife is going to be so proud of me. I actually got the record button on the GoPro. I got the record button on this, zoomed in. This going on, because I ain't gonna lie, I've messed up a couple of the episodes this year where I forgot to hit the record on that and didn't get the kill shot, and that's not good for TV. People don't want to see me talking about, I killed a deer, but no kill shot, just trail cam pictures and a recovery. I did y'all boys right. Y'all gonna be proud of me. Self-filming. This is the third deer that I've killed, self-filming. This is all new to us. Killed one here yesterday. This is a small 8-well, not like 110-inch 8-pointer. But you know, this guy buys out here to do some deer management. He's overrun with deer, and he's got about 700 acres. And I have no issue coming out here and do some deer management. And he's feeding us and everything, not constant charging us anything. I mean, he just wants us to kill some of the deer, and he wants us to have a good show. He's a good Christian guy. I'm a good Christian guy. Our show reflects and revolves around God, and that's the way I'm going to attend it. You know, I hope it don't offend nobody. Oh well, I don't serve man, I serve God. And another wonderful hunt.
I'm super proud. That deer's laying like right there. I was able to get everything. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna actually get down and go look at this deer.
Like the buck that he took before on part 1, this was no management deer. This was a very, very nice buck for Alabama.
All right, I got my sweet little wifey. She's not too happy, guys. She's like, because I've killed 2 deer and I feel really bad, somewhat. But we needed the footage and we needed the food, and Brittany's just mad because, I mean, she's seen a lot of deer, don't get me wrong, but we're little dinks, little scrubs, but.
Yes, folks, I was upset because he was killing all the deer. I mean, who wants to go home empty-handed? And who wants their husband to show them up on TV? You say it's okay, and maybe it is. So as happy as I was for him, as always, the supportive wife, I was merely disappointed.
I'm sorry, babe. But the rest of the week, I'm gonna focus on my wife and getting her a big Alabama Slammer. Where's the light at? But look, babe.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. He's a good one.
I know, right? He's a 10-pointer.
Yeah.
Alabama Slammer. The old look at that, son. For you PETA lovers, don't look. The old 50 cal did a number on him. But you know, of course we do like horns, but this is a really good deer. I mean, he's definitely gonna go 140. But we're not, Alabama, that's a above average deer. We're not here for the horns. We're actually here to fill the meat. This farmer is overrun with deer. And when a farmer asks you, here babe, you wanna get behind that? You look prettier than I do. Hold him up and turn his head so you know what it's like to hold a deer, babe. I'm kidding, babe, I'm just kidding. But anyway, wow, he's a lot bigger than I thought, babe. Alabama Slammer. Let me turn this light on. Anyway, babe, anything you got to say you want to say, babe? Come on, I need. I already did.
This is your deer. I have nothing to say.
You need to say
Good
something.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, and I hope that I can show you up. That would be the only thing that would make me feel better.
Really?
Yeah, so here we are, Whitetail Militia. Jason is 2 and I'm
Oh. Hey, listen. If it'll make you feel good, ladies and gentlemen out there, but most of the ladies, I love my wife, I respect my wife. So for the rest of the week, I am 100% dedicated to that woman over there. So
not just for the rest of the week, for the rest of your life.
Well, for the rest, yeah. When I did that, that was for the rest of my life. But still, I knew what I was signing up for, and I love every day. Every day it only gets sweeter, baby. It only gets better. But this is a lot better than the Dinky Dink Dink. I shot a Dinky Dink last night, but hey.
This is definitely not a management deer. This is a good deer. Yeah,
this is a good deer. So super proud of this deer. I actually like this deer. Is beautiful. My second Alabama deer. I'm definitely probably going to mount this one. So it ain't all about the horns, it's about the experience. And he come chasing and run all the way across the field, and me trying to scramble. You should have seen me scrambling to get my gun off the bog. My camera on the tripod spun around. I had to stand up, get the window lifted up. When I did that, scared the does because they were literally 30, 25 yards from the stand. And he come running, he'd run up and like, what the heck's going on? Did I something I do? How the lady took off running, like, you know, and then he looks up and realized, hey, what's that looking at me? Oh, and it was too late. Boom, boom, boom. So, anyway, another Alabama Slammer. Hey, he looks really big, babe. When you hold him, you make that deer look huge. But anyway.
Well, we'll be
another beautiful episode done. Another episode filmed here. Whitetail Militia.
Don't worry, folks. I will be back.
Well, she's gonna be back in the morning.
Yes, in the morning. In the
morning, and tomorrow evening, and in the morning after that. But hey, we're gonna get it done. You know, We're gonna get the Lord's on our side. That's all that matters. I stay prayed up. Brittany stays prayed up. Did you remember to pray this morning?
I actually prayed in the stand.
You kind of got behind. You should have prayed this morning. See, I prayed this morning, so I was way ahead of her. So
Okay.
sometimes you gotta stay on your knees, folks.
All right, can we go eat now?
Oh, okay, she's hungry. Spaghetti, we got spaghetti tonight. All right, Whitetail Militia, follow us at Instagram and at Facebook. And we hope to bring you a lot of action, more packed shows.
Thanks
season
for
after
watching.
season.
As always, Jason and I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching Whitetail Militia, and we hope that you come back next week for part 3 of our late season hunt here in Alabama. If you want to see what we're up to, you can follow us on Facebook at Whitetail Militia and on Instagram at whitetail.militia. Just want to thank you guys again for watching. We hope that you stay blessed on the Sunday morning and can't wait to come back next week.